Hey, what's up? I'm coming to you again with another car video. What you see behind me is my Ford F-150 XL 2013. Now, this is going to be my off-road truck. See, I have my tent right there, and we're going to be taking it camping. Well, some places that we have to go are kind of sketchy, so I want to make sure that I can get out. I have the tools to do it. So today, I am installing a winch. And so I have a winch here. I will share with you the model that I went with on Amazon. And I found out that I also needed a plate right here, a winch plate to put it on. I'll show you my my truck right here with the hood up and show you where it goes. But before you get started, I didn't see another video like this one that showed you from start to finish installing a winch on a F-150. So I'm going to do it for you. Now, there's a few things you have to keep in mind in order for this winch plate to fit and the winch itself. I have a cavity in here, plenty of room. Let me just open it up for you. I'll turn the camera around in a bit. But you have to make sure you don't have the EcoBoost model. Now, I didn't know if I had the EcoBoost or not. I looked all over the engine, I didn't see it. And I went in the back over here because I remember seeing something in the back of my truck. And it's not EcoBoost. What it says is Flex Fuel. Now, I didn't even know what that meant. And I looked it up, and it means my truck here can use E85 gas, which is mostly ethanol. There's not many gas stations that sell that, and I've had this truck for about 4 or 5 years now. I did not know. Well, Shell gas stations, they just opened up a brand new one down the street from me. They sell E85, and it's the least expensive gas I can put in this truck. It'll run fine. From what I've read, it'll actually give it a little bit more power. I may lose some gas mileage, but it is the least expensive. Right now, it's I think $2.45 versus $3 for the regular. So I'm going to be saving me some money putting gas in here. I want to see how it runs, so I'm going to let it run to E and then fill it up with E85 and take it out and see how it performs. See if I notice a difference. If you have a flex fuel, you can put E85 gas. It's mostly ethanol. They sell it at your Shell gas stations. All right. Let me turn the camera around. I'm going to try the videos and entire process and get up close and show you how it works out. I'm going to open the hood, show you where it goes. All right, I already popped the hood release. Where is it? Right there. All right, so you can see there is a cavity here already that you can install a winch, but you need the plate that goes from here to here that it sets on. So that's what I'm going to install. That's what that is. It's by Rough Country. So take these off and then mount that. All right, so let's get started. See how long it takes. Two. Three. I think all you have to do is loosen this one. Yeah, come on. I need a longer wrench. Come on. All right. I need to get a better wrench. This one slips because the handle came off. The rubber part just kept coming off. And I need a longer set. See, it's coming. So it's loose. I could probably, yeah, it'll come off like that. So let me show you what happened. All you have to do is loosen that one right there because there's a hole. And it just comes off from the back. Okay. There. Okay. All you have to do is get this one to loosen a little bit. It's going to be hard to take the wrench back out because this flap's in the way. Come on, with the wrench. Okay. Now you can see it in there. You just have to push it back. Okay. And it'll drop out. And the bolt's still right there. Now I can unscrew it that way. Alright. So that right there is in there. You can see at the top. I don't know if you can see it. There is a bracket right there that the other bolt screws into. So you have to actually unscrew this all the way out in order to put that plate on. So I have to do that now. Alright, I have this very small air compressor right here that I got. It's portable, runs off a Roy battery right there. I'm going to try it because the bolt's already loose. So I'm going to try it with my tool here and see if it works. I have a bigger air compressor in the garage, but I don't feel like taking that out if this works. So let's try this instead. If it works, I'll be happy because it's already loose. Alright, that is not strong enough. This little guy right here is good enough to pump up my tires, but I'm going to go get my bigger air compressor. Be right back. This should do the trick right here. This has 150 psi. Let's do it with this. Removing my front license plate to make it easier to get in here. I don't know if it has to be done, but I am. And in order to remove it, there are some, I don't know if you can see it, but I squeezed one down and pushed it down. I don't know if you can see there's clips. See that clip right here? You have to push it in with pliers, and once you push it in with pliers, it will go down out of this hole right here. Here, these clips, you got to push them in with pliers. They go up into two holes underneath there, and so push them in with pliers, pull the top off, and then the bottom goes inside these holes right there. Just a little hard to get to. I had to figure it out, but there's no way I can get it in there. I have to remove this piece right here. It's just in the way. So I'm going to start from the middle right here. There are those bolts. Take those out right there. And hopefully it gives me enough room to squeeze that bracket in. If not, I have to remove it all the way over to the right and the left, maybe. Let's see. Should loosen up pretty easily. All right, let's see if this comes off now. Sliding out or something, because it is. Yeah. Something in here that probably needs to be taken off in order for it to come completely off. So what I'm hoping to do is just push this down, and squeeze that bracket in here. I think I have enough space to do that, and then I'll have to take it all the way off. I don't know how this pops off right here. I could just get it on top of that. Damn it. So this piece right here is in the way. What I gotta do to move that now? This is stuff they don't tell you. Make it look easy online. It looks like maybe 2 bolts. Okay. All right, let me show you what I did on this step. I held it up here, this brace right here with one hand, and this came with it, so I just jarred that in there against the back to hold it up as well. And then I put 2 of the original tow hitch bolts in to hold it in place. So I got that one, the second one. I didn't do the first one because remember the second one, you could just hook it in and pull it, so you could leave that bolt in. All right, well, the kit supplies you with an extra bolt. There are 3 holes in this plate. The back hole was used to hold up this right here with 2 bolts. Well, you're not going to use it. This will probably be able to move back a little bit more because on the frame, I'll show you, there's another hole right there. It was using the hole on the right. You could use the hole on the left, but you have to remove the clip. There's a clip there that I did not know I had to remove behind the plate now. So in order to do that, I'm having to use a screwdriver and a needle nose pliers to try to get to it. So make sure you remove that clip first. Yeah, the instructions are not that good with this plate. I wish they had a video that showed all this, because I don't want to take the plate back off now to get to that clip. It's hard enough getting it in there. Now I'm going to try to get my needle nose pliers under and pry it off. And it's hard. That flap splash guard has to go back on here, and it has to go back further because this uses a different bolt now. Alright, so let's just push it back in. And like I said, it's not easy to work with when everything's in the way. Okay. Come on. I have to tap it in there somehow. All right. Okay, so use their tool. They gave you this. It has a bend to it, so I can Get in there. There we go. You have to lift it up. Slide it like that. Okay. Good. Okay, now that my air compressor's off, the instructions say with that third hole in the back that was used for this right here, for this plastic splash guard, it says to use them for the bracket instead, and they supply you with a bolt and one of these with a nut on it. So I guess this stays inside your frame, which goes in here like this, so you can get to the back of it and screw it on. So this will probably just stay inside your frame. And it says use a washer. So the washer goes first, and we're going to put it up in there. Use this to go all the way back there and screw it on. I believe I got it, but I did. So I just have to tighten this one up now. I don't want to strip it, so it's good enough right there. There we go. Okay. All right, so the plate right here is in. I've got 3 bolts over here on this side, 3 bolts holding it up. Now I can put my winch in here, but the problem I see now is in order to screw this flap back on, the screw is underneath this, and I can't get to it now. I can put the screws on the outsides, hold it up, and I can put 2 screws. I have one right here, but I can't do the 4 in the middle. So I don't know if it will need it or not, because I don't really want to take this back off to put in 4 more screws right here. I'll probably just put this back on, see if that's good enough. It says you're supposed to trim this right here, this piece that hits the frame right here. Trim it a little off. I may have to do that. You see, when you push it, it goes right there. But I may not have to if it'll stay just like that. So I don't know. As long as I can put a screw in right here and a screw there. So I'm going to put this flat back on and see if that'll be good enough. Real quick. So this, go back up here. All right, well, that completes the first part of my video, which is installing the winch plate. I will do another part for installing the winch itself, but I'll turn the camera around and just show you what it looks like. It's pretty easy to install. I took the front flap off, and there's another flap underneath that you had to remove just to make it easier, and went right in, no problem. I did it by myself. I held the plate up, put in 2 bolts to hold it there, and then did the rest. But there are a few intricacies that you'll need to know, so watch the video with some things that it does not tell you in the instructions or any other video that I watched about this. This I hope I did a more detailed install for you to help you out. This is, again, my Ford F-150. It's not EcoBoost. It is flex fuel, and it's XL Super Crew Cab, 2013. Just in case you know and you have one. It'll probably fit more models, more years, but so far so good. I did not have to cut the flap like it does tell you to in the install. You don't have to do that. No cutting. 3 bolts hold the winch plate in place, and you had to relocate 2 of the bolts with the bracket that you'll see in the video to another hole. So make sure you take that bracket, not bracket, it's a clip. Make sure you take the clip out first, switch it to the hole behind it so you can put that mud flap back on right here. This will move back a little bit. I think it's a mud flap. Then you have this plastic piece right here, splash guard, and looks cool. This fits perfectly right here. Now what I'm going to do is, you put this right here, and it covers up the holes, and then your license plate can go below it, or you can just still put it above it, and it'll cover the winch right here. So I think I'm going to get a license plate that folds down and springs back up. So when I need to use it, I can fold the license plate down, and I have to remove it and keep it up high. But that's what it looks like for that piece. And I'll flip the camera around and show you what it looks like inside. Here you go. It's just a flat top right here, and it's curved to go underneath to mount to your frame. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do another video on installing this winch right now.